Okay, this is the book of Psalm 64, and beginning at the first verse, it says, "To the chief musician, a psalm of David, hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity." Now, the wicked is Esau, Edom, Malachi 1 and 4. The secret counsel of the wicked is the international banking families. It begins with them because they're the ones that control everything in Esau's kingdom at the behest of Satan, who gets his orders from the Heavenly Father. That's the chain of command. So the secret counsel of the wicked would be the international banking families. Now, there are those that scoff at that idea of the international banking families. It's conspiracy theory. They don't exist and blah, 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 blah. Well, now I remember this I don't remember it when it aired, but I'd seen this episode years later. And for some reason, I always remembered this part. And sometimes when I teach, I speak about it, where you had the scene. This is from the situation comedy. Now, you might laugh. You might say, well, that's comedy. Look up the word comedy. It comes from the Latin meaning food for thought. Sometimes comedy is the best food for thought because people laugh at the joke because it's true, especially if someone is telling a joke and the joke is true, no matter how demeaning it might be. But if it's true, people are going to laugh because it's the truth. So comedy, literally means food. And the Spanish is comida. Okay? So now, in this episode here, All in the Family ran for 9 seasons? From 1971, I think it was, to 1979, 1980. It ran for 9 seasons, right? This is season number 7, episode 21. And the title of this episode is Mike the Pacifist. That's the Rob Reiner, the actor Rob Reiner. He plays Mike. Archie used to call him Meathead. If you're familiar with All in the Family, which is a very funny show, I used to watch it when I was growing up. It came on. I remember when it actually aired on CBS. Back then CBS was the channel that carried it. And by the way, CBS, I don't know what their logo is now, but back then CBS used to have the logo, the pyramid with the all-seeing eye was the CBS logo, which CBS stands for Columbia Broadcasting Station. Columbia Broadcasting Station. All right, going back to who? Columbus. Remember? Columbus discovered the so-called New World, remember? Which his real name was Cristobal Colon. Anyway, the show used to be aired on CBS back in the day, right? So in this episode, now I always talk about this from time to time when I teach. This is the episode where Mike and Gloria, Gloria is the woman who on the left there, I forgot her real name. It escaped me. In this scene with Mike and Gloria and Archie's played by Carol O'Connor. They get stuck on the train a few times, the New York City train, right? And there's a couple of times that Jake said something, why it's happening, why the trains are stopping, why there's so much dysfunction, so to speak. So this is one of the times when he spoke and he actually mentioned the international banking czars. Listen carefully, all right? Check this out. This is from All in the Family, season number 7, episode 21, right? It's called Mike the Pacifist. Now check it out. Listen carefully. And I believe the Jake's name is Richard Lawson, the actor Richard Lawson.
Oh, we stopped again.
I hate it when the train stops in the tunnel.
Yeah. It's like a little taste of death while you're still living,
We'll all be tasting death as long as we are trapped by the international banking czars and their lackeys, the oil-rich sheiks.
Oh, did you hear that? The international banking czars and their lackeys, the oil-rich chiefs. I believe that's what he said, right? Now, All in the Family was put together by that thief. What's his name? Small Hatter, Norman Lear. So that lets you know right off the rip. That lets you know that Norman Lear was connected. Okay, Norman Lear was connected. He's the thief that stole the ideas from I forgot the brother's name. Man, I forgot the brother's name, but he was the one the movie Coolie High was inspired by. Okay, that was based on his life story. The brother, I forgot the guy's name. Someone put it in the comment section. All right. Eric something. That wasn't even his real name. Eric something. I forgot his name. But anyway, Norman Lear produced All in the Family. Okay. So that lets you know right there he was connected. Definitely. Even to put that in the script that these actors get. You heard what he said, the international banking czars. Let's listen to it again.
A little taste of death while you're still living, you know?
We'll all be tasting death as long as we are trapped by the international banking czars and their lackeys, the oil-rich sheiks.
And he spoke the truth. Now there's a scene later in the episode where he was talking again. He was dropping these truth bombs, and finally they said, shut up. Which proves they're showing you right there in that episode, people don't want to hear the truth. Like the old saying goes, truth is stranger than fiction. He spoke the truth, man. The international banking czars, which is what does the Bible call them? The secret counsel of the wicked. That's why not too many people know about them. That's their power, secrecy. So even back then, man, this by the way, this episode was made back in 1977. I looked it up. It was made back in 1977. This was a time when very few people knew about the Illuminati or the international bankers, not like they know now. Okay? Very few people knew about the international banking families back then. In 1977, very few people knew about the Illuminati. Very few people knew about secret societies. Now it's coming out. Why is all that information coming out? Because like the Apostle Paul said, that man of sin be revealed. Let's get that. That man of sin be revealed. We're in that time. This is the time for Esau to go down. But before he goes down, he has to be exposed. And there's nothing he can do about it. The same thing, there was nothing we could do about it when we were coming down, when he brought us down during the time of the Borgia family. 2 Thessalonians 2:3, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, be exposed, the son of perdition. That's why the difference is huge. From 1977, when they made that episode, and they put that little truth out there, the international bankers, right? From 1977 till now, look how much this man has been exposed. Look how much this man has been revealed. You see? So it was just a little thing on my mind. Hopefully you found it edifying. On to the next one.